Welcome to my channel. Reply to injustice. Sorry for my bad English. I'm not a native speaker. I'm not born in English lands, English speaking lands, but I learn alone thanks to my job and my passion for knowledge. I learn it myself. So I would like to talk about operative systems. Okay, I see very big problems regarding operative systems, something that is always in my mind and in front of my eyes and in front of my everything. I'm solo, I'm IT professional, I was IT professional, I was Windows, Linux system administration, I was desk support for internal desk support for companies in Italy and in Croatia. So then I quit my IT career because I found myself part of something that I do not like much, that is we can say, running for the best cars, salaries, girls, villas, and all those things. I was willing to work with something that I was always happy to work with, and this was computers, IT, and in general, networking, like sharing basic stuff. That this is also was one of my preferred part of my job, to make backups of thousands of emails daily, or like formatting low level by DoD standards, like about 100 hard drives a day in the company where I was working, and blah blah blah. So just to say a couple of words about me, who you have in front of you. I am 47 years old. I am double citizen. I have a Croatian citizenship because I was born in Croatia, and I am also Italian citizen because my father was born in Rijeka, when Rijeka was under Italy. So I have a double citizenship. Io parlo anche molto meglio dell'inglese l'italiano. As you can hear, I can also speak in Italian. This is my mother's language. We was talking Italian at home, but I was always interested and focused on computers. From the first time I see a Commodore 64 that my cousin Aldo get, and then we was playing Boulder Dash. That was something that was for me. When I was in front of this, I was knowing that this little beige box is something for me. And today, with all this integration with AI, with various protocols, countries, operative systems, ways of doing things, blah blah blah, software hackers, dark webs, light webs, okay, I don't know, all the blends of hats, okay, etc. It's etc. 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 What is the most important thing is security. Security that in fact, okay, is constantly harassing our life thanks to the business that is interested in living the things in this way. Okay, so the TCP/IP protocol, okay, it's a little bit, it's the basic of internet, okay, and was not being conceived for example, for CCP, okay, so the Chinese Communist Party, to constantly drill the networks of governments around the world. Okay, TCP/IP gives, we can say, a monolithic general way how to on it put other things, okay, that are harming and that made internet great. Okay, but with this greatness we have a very weak system where we are in hands of mainly a couple of things that are going to grant your security. So what operative system you have is the main thing, okay, of those things that you can have, that you can manage to in some way be able to secure your data. Up to today, we have, for example, open source Linux, okay, in all its blends, of which, for example, Debian distribution is the most pure and near to the core idea of what means open source and what means operative system. But the biggest problem in those operative systems, that I'm not going to now list other operative system, I'm going just to say a Windows, okay, Mac OS and Android, they are all made in the same way. So what? They are file promiscuous operative systems. Okay, you have, for example, Linux, especially for example Ubuntu, is starting to be very not privacy and security friendly, thanks to a collaboration with an external actor, okay, that do not care about your security. They do not care about this. They care about you having problems, so that you pay somebody to fix your problems. Okay, but it's not. I'm not going to talk much about like Windows evil, okay, Ubuntu evil, those stupid ways of interpretation. I'm going more to express one of my ideas that I was willing to express to the United States of America government, but looks like that they do not care about what I am interested to gift them. So let put it on online so that people can do it, okay, for anybody, because obviously after the last news that China break into the nuclear agency of the United States is not enough dangerous for them to hear the call, yo dudes, you are fucking dumb. Okay, you are so fucking dumb. Okay, you give your balls to Microsoft and then they outsourced your clouds of government, okay, and other things to Chinese, okay, that they then paid low wages to people that they do whatever with your balls, digital balls of the United States of America. So you are not interested in what I'm having to say, okay, I'm going to give it to all the world so that others can get the info too. So the main thing is the atomization of files, okay, in the operating system, like it was, for example, in Commodore 64 or Spectrum 128 ZX, or I don't know, Amiga 500 without hard drive. Why? Because all those data was just what was loaded, was used, was processed, and then you reset all the data and nothing get out, nothing get in, and you get the result. Okay, in fact, all the governments around the world have mainly problems because you have people that sold their products to you, but you haven't ever asked nothing better, more secure, more performative, and specific for your governments. Okay, today with the internet and with hackers that are a lot more active than politicians, okay, that have 80 years and that they are doing great deals with, in fact, nothing good for us. Okay, we must step in as new generations and suggest an atomic operative system that in fact give a service to the user. Okay, today, for example, with Windows or with other operative systems, we are cows for data and we are hackable as never before. Why? Because the most of us are ignorant on the matter. Not everybody must be IT administrators, okay, with focus on privacy, security, and how things works. Okay, not everybody, okay, understand that what they, okay, have presented as a device that they just use are in fact their main source of problems regarding security, regarding privacy, and regarding the whole range of problems related with digital and digital centralization. Or we can add also protocol and operative system based on file promiscuity. So why this is so important? How can I explain you the promiscuity of files and the problem in it? Okay, we have from, I think, Pentium 4, okay, multi-threading processor with multi-cores that we are doing multi things. We have also multi-threading on Pentium 3s, okay, but with cores they are more defined, okay. I can come out in this way. that are used for your antivirus, that are used for your printing pool, that are used for pinging your SharePoint or Samba server, that is used for IMAP protocol email services, that application on your phone, okay, that is constantly checking if you get a like, if you get a reply on your comment, okay, if you get a new friend, if your friendship request get accepted, and blah blah blah. Okay, so you have a lot of things that are, okay, using your device, that you are not, or you are aware of it, and that you are absolutely okay with it. Okay, why? Because you don't care, because you don't know how dangerous can be, because never happened nothing to you, and because mainly, okay, 90% is because it is present like a thing that is cool, that is smart, and that, okay, give you a service like a device, while in fact is a time bomb that can make your days very creep. Okay, operative systems, okay, are what are packages, okay, of infinite options and functions and drivers and system configurations and we can say ranking folders that are all accessible. The only operative system that made this a little bit professional is Linux. Okay, Linux or Unix. Okay, you have the possibility of permissions that you can create users and define specific privileges, okay, on the machines, on the servers, on the work server, on the workstations that you are administering or having or providing or using. And this is all good when we are talking about end user, because if you buy a game computer with Windows for a kid that is going to install games from Steam, is not a big deal. Okay, it's a big deal when this kid is alone at home and is going around to see why girls are girls and why men are men. Okay, those are those things that starting to become very problematic in case people use operative systems with a lot of options that are not administered, that are by default active, and that are not so actively and maniacally updated to the up to best practice security software updates and blah blah blah. Okay, so what you need, for example, in United States of America, okay, you need to get Bill Gates, jail him, ask Microsoft, okay, sue Microsoft and ask them at least 50% of what you paid them in like 40 years for this service that they do to your government. Okay? Second, while Mr. Trump, okay, is organizing the chip industry to get back, you must what? You must make your fucking chips. Okay, and I do not, for example, promote transistor chips that are having a lot of cores. I am, for example, promoting RISC-V, okay, or for example, lower risk processors that give specific functions, because you in the government around the world, from China to Washington, you need specific functions that are what? That are hard code in the CPU. Okay? Not, you do not need, okay, to play games, to look at videos. You need mostly in the administration access to databases. You need to identify yourself, and you need like a system to log who do what, where, when, and why, and who give the dude the access to do what they have done to the system. So if you are, okay, in the administration where you are going, okay, to check social securities, social security numbers, you do not need, I don't know, 3D Studio Max or DirectX, okay, addendum to your operative system like Windows, that everybody are administrators more than you that are administrator. Okay, this is the main step that you all around the world, even in Europe, you should take. Why? Because you are swimming in a very infinite ocean of shit. You are not going out, okay, of fixing this infinite creation of crap. You must then, okay, specify for your administration what protocols are needed. If you do not need SMTP, okay, you do not allow this, not at your, okay, firewalls, no. You, okay, do not allow even that your processor is able to compute that kind of injection. Do you understand? Then you, as government, you have trillions, you have billions, okay? You could, okay, make a pool of applications that you are not going to pay license, and that you, okay, are going to organize an office in the Intel community to update your operative systems that are specific for the tasks. Okay, if FBI of, I don't know, Interpol need to look at videos, then you have 3 computers that, before accessing those files, okay, use computers that just download the files. Okay, and then in a cold environment, you are using operative systems that you must use to be compatible with the outer world. I don't know why your specialists haven't, okay, proposed you some kind of atomization of your networks. Why you use internet to go around your servers, to ask queries around APIs and those other things? You must use your hops that are heavily encrypted, more than, I don't know, like, have you ever asked Monero how they encrypt their data? Use their data. For administrative, governative things, use this data. Also, every region, okay, not only USA, every region in the world, okay, must have their key of encryption that is used by officials, and that is used like a hardware key in any working station to what? Migrate specific files, okay? Migrate what? Specific applications that are identified for the specific official that is accountable for the digital actions on the networks. There's no, oh, I'm going to download some movies for my kids. No, you are going home and then you are taking your responsibility and your operative systems and your whatever, and you are going to do at home whatever you fucking like. But for the governative things like police, you get the ransom, Bitcoin ransomware, because you use operative systems that are not updated and then that are known to be hackable, and then somebody, okay, a kid of 15 years download the rootkit and fuck you hard. Why? Because you allowed this and will be from day to day worse. Okay? I appeal to who? To those that I hope still love USA and freedom. And the freedom around the world. Okay? We need to simplify things for specific tasks. Android is unsafe. Why? Because it's made unsafe. Because it's made unsafe. Because it uses protocols, because things are activated constantly without your knowledge. Do you want that this application get access to all your photos, all your contacts? Dude, I need just to play a game. Why you need my contacts? Okay? But this is so stressing, so repetitive, that repetition works. Okay? And then we are in a fucking infinite ocean of security problems. Wake up. Wake up. Why? Because those who are going to pay more are you. Because we that know things, we are 99.8% safe. You are those that are going to profit more in terms of money, security, privacy, performance, okay, professionality, and portability and control than what you have now. You outsource your balls to companies that have just interest to create problems, so to solve your problems and to get more cash from you ignorant cows. Okay. Another thing, software, okay, is created and updated only by officials that have those credentials. Okay? And there's no possible to use the device without the physical key. That is, in some way, a translator of functions, okay, that are hard made in the hardware. So there's no way how to know how to bypass. Why? Because today we have big problems with artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence can be intelligent if we give it the tools to be intelligent. If we speak Chinese and artificial intelligence speak English, we do not understand it and it do not understand us. Do you? I don't know if you understand what I am talking about. So if the command insert is FRK for free and a hash back, that is the identificator of the user that is changing daily, how the artificial intelligence can artificially understand the algorithm and then find the keys. Okay, today we must be, okay, imperatively, atomically clear if we want to be secure or if we want to keep paying and crying. Okay, another thing that I suggest, okay, is to not use electricity to power the devices because it can be tracked and can be read. The best things that today we have around, okay, the best thing are the what? The optical processors. Optical processors are enough performant to process a form toward a database or make a request to get a dossier or a document to inform or help a citizen. This is what? At least 70% of licenses of security risks and security problems, privacy, leaks, etc. you have. Why? Because instead of having, okay, insert, delete, update, and select, you have what? Update Java. Do you understand? Yeah. Please understand. Anybody who is interested in this further idea that I have some drawings can just comment under this video. Also, I ask you, if you are very interested and enthusiastic about this idea, to inform smarter people than me that can be part of a new kind of, we can say, protesting against censorship of the good in the internet, aka open source. Okay, Linux is the best, but we must go forward for the benefit of the new generations. Okay, artificial intelligence is getting more and more dangerous. We must cut the bridges and define that we are the rulers in all this game. Be smart, okay? Be smart. Tulsi Gabbard, okay? You should reply. Best regards, dudes. Thank you for having me in your life. See ya. All the best, dudes.